Hi everyone, this is Willow. I have Japanese Vtuber who does anime commentaries. And today I'm going to be watching Fate Grand Order, all the trailers, I guess. I got a request to do this a long time ago when I got a request to watch the theme song. So I guess this time I'll be watching the trailers. When I checked the playlist, there seemed to be like a lot of videos, but a lot of them were also like 15 seconds long, so I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. Because those videos, the short ones, because they're so short, I'm wondering if I should even bother changing the quality settings on there, because it won't last very long. But anyways, I think I'll just go see what these trailers are. Now remember, for those of you watching on YouTube, I'll have a link in the description below to the playlist I'm watching, because if I don't cut out the audio and blur the image, then YouTube will probably take it down, and this way we can watch it together. So anyways, I think I'll start the video right now. Sorry, there's a lot of information right now. I can't. It's like I can't read both of them at the same time. I like her voice. It sounds very clear, you know? Very easy to hear. And just based off of the way she's speaking, she sounds like a leader of some kind. Oh, okay. I guess that explains it. Boom boom. So this based in Europe, I guess? So much information. I saw you play reviewing them, so. It's hard for me to react because there's so much words, so much information. I'm trying to catch up. So this is like a, what do you call, like a alternate universe where Jean is in some sort of fantasy land? No? I haven't seen the show or the games or whatever, so I'm not sure what it's like. There we go, we got some visuals. Yeah, it seems like a magical fantasy with swordsmen and stuff. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have guessed that this takes place in, like, our world, so to speak. Or at least, you know, what do you call? A similar setting, I guess. I mean, it feels like I'm in Japan with how short these commercials are. Okay, it was taking a while to load, so I had to restart the video. Maybe I should just, like, not change the setting for 15-second videos. There's so many. It's hard for me to talk because it keeps changing and there's so many different cuts because of these are short commercials. They're really good, well-made commercials, but they're just so short. keep track of it. So this is like a fantasy version of our world, I guess. It's a little hard to tell what the story is with how short the commercials are. Booby volleyball game. that looked really different from the other stuff. Was like this serious kind of medieval looking war, and then all of a sudden, beach and volleyball. Beach and boobies and volleyball. Here we go. Here's a longer video. Finally. Yeah, it is showing our world, it seems. Why is the earth burning? It looks like the sun. I do like how this, with the longer commercials, they have this very big, grand, epic feel to it, you know? Like, especially with the music, and then the way they show these, texts and things. Because it's kind of like hyping you up for whatever adventure you're gonna go on, you know? Oh, there's so much layers going on. It's like you barely saw any characters on this commercial, but it was, you know, it was still engaging, you know, visually. It has really good animation, though. And the sound, so far, the sound has been really good on all these commercials. Well, I mean, they're commercials, but, you know. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I wonder who their target market is. Oh, she looks pretty. I'm not really getting a good feel of each individual character though, and that's just because of the shortness of the commercials, you know? Where they got some ninjas or something. Kind of Japanese, yeah. I like how every one of these seemed like, they all have a different design to them. I don't know if these are different games or if it's different commercials for the same game or something. But they all have very different feels to each area and each, I don't know what you would call it, tribe or something. They keep showing this giant, like, circle. As if the clouds are surrounding it, you know? I wonder where that's supposed to be, you know? Solomon, you're here? Wasn't that the king who asked for wisdom? I can't remember. Anastasia. So, I'm guessing this is for the video game version, but are you able to play as different, like all these different nations or something, or are you only able to pick the main character? So there's just so much reading I had to do. It's hard to say anything. I wonder who's talking right now. Is it just the narrator or is it a character? I keep talking about the Holy Grail, but I don't think I've seen it so far. Yeah. I have to say though, visually, pretty much every single commercial or trailer I've been watching they've had really good animation and really good visuals, you know. This one has an actual song, so I guess it feels more like a theme song video. Maybe it's like the opening or something. Oh, who's that? They had pretty looking arms. Look at that, it's like a giant flower. Or something. I really like the shading on this. Look at the shading on their hair. It's so good. Like even if their hairstyle has a lot of intricacies in it, they take the time to shade each little piece, you know? Have I seen this before? Or at least heard this song before? Maybe I saw it in the other video. Maybe it was like an opening. It just sounds familiar. Maybe I've heard it. Oh, look at that. That's so good. The colors are so good. I wonder if there's like a digital painting class or something I could take. That'd be fun. Are there like werewolves or something? Yeah, it seems like each of trailers are these trailers are focusing on one of the different, you know, nations, I guess. I'm not sure why it seems like everyone is like fighting each other, you know? At least from the trailer, that's what it looks like. I could be wrong. You know? Because usually you'll have people, like in real life, you'll have certain countries allying with other countries, and etc. etc. Maybe it is like that on the show, I just haven't been able to figure that out for the trailer. Is this like happening in the future or something? Because it's like our world, but it's also not. It feels like, you know, like there's so much magic and technology and stuff. Oh, there's so much happening. I like that. Like the sound of the bell, like making the candles disappear. I kind of like that scene. Is this all for one game, or is it like a series of games? Because there's so many trailers, it feels like it's like 20 different games, you know, or DLC or something, you know. This one's very stylistic compared to the other trailers. So I didn't say much. I was just enjoying the visuals. It's like, wow, they got a lot of stylized looking things in this one. This guy has a little bit of a feminine way of speaking, at least in the beginning. I know I'm saying like the same things over and over again, but really the animation is really good. It hasn't really dropped in quality, you know, through any of these. Are these like scenes from like the game or whatever? Good, good. Well, that burning castle, it kind of reminded me of that one stage on Goemon. Wasn't there like a burning castle stage? I can't remember. So is that like a giant hole in the sky or something? Like they keep showing it, so I'm assuming it's important. What, a giant monster demon thing. Look at the colors on that, it's so good. Got the CG and the 2D is very good quality. Or at least they make it look like it's in the same space. You know how sometimes CG it really sticks out, but this one they're matching the style of color so that it matches the 2D and the 3D together. You know. So like, it's a good way of using CG. You know, to make it look like it's supposed to exist in the same screen. You know. So that one had a hard time loading. So. Hmm? I don't see Santa anywhere. Whoa, what's that? Like, I don't know why, like, it feels like in a lot of Japanese media, they're always, like, talking about defeating gods and things. For me, that's, like, really weird concept, you know? Because I don't think humans could ever be stronger than a god, you know? Like, yeah, nice try. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just fiction, so, you know, whatever, but I don't think it's realistic. Because, like, just look at history. Anyone who's ever tried to defy God and say that they're better, they always, like, end up dying. So, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do that. What is this, Disneyland? It must be happening at, like, an actual castle. It just looks like Disneyland because of the castle. They have very, what's the word? Very detailed costumes, you know. Like compared to the other trailers, this one feels more emotional for some reason. I mean, not that the others weren't, but it has more of that personal touch. Like you're seeing all the characters up close and having them enjoying, you know, a day. Like she keeps calling, you know, us the audience, senpai. So does that mean we're controlling a character who's her senior? Sorry. Trying to figure it out, I guess. Well, first of all, there's like a gajillion characters, so try figuring that out. You can't do it. Okay, they're using the same visuals, but putting music to it. This is a nice song, though. I wonder how much budget they spend on a project like this, because the animation is very, very good, you know? Like, you can tell they spend more time with shading and lights and color, you know? So, like, compared to, like, a regular TV show that comes on every week, like, how much more expensive? I wonder. Lots of weapons. So I'm not saying much. It's just I think it's the same visuals, just a different order with music. There's so much detail in the colors, though. I keep pointing it out because it keeps happening. It's very good quality animation. And like each of the characters have a very unique design that makes them stand out from all the other characters. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit this one. It might almost be better to not put a timer up because there's like so many like 15-second commercials. This one has a more serious feel to it. Is it Solomon? Just based off of that line. Like the voice acting for that lady just now was very good. Like she started out very soft and kind sounding, and then she got more serious and deadly sounding the more she talked. I like how that one girl like she's like got this extremely exotic looking blue outfit, and all the other kids are like you could tell who's the you know the non-important characters are all wearing the same outfit. So much happening. I think I've seen all these visuals before and all these other commercials, but it's a little wagon thing. I forgot what it's called. A lot of movement in this one. Like I guess this one is focusing more on the story aspect and stuff. Hmm. That one has a very, very serious tone to it. So I'm not exactly sure. I guess they're all fighting. Oh, are they fighting the gods or something? Oh, this one looks very different from the other stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's happening in space or something. No, Chirase. It's like they're in underwater space. So are these all like different games or different DLC? They got those little. What are those things called? Those Japanese statues. Like I saw one of those things, not one that looks like that, but like I saw one of them in my family's home in Japan. So not exactly sure. What are these? Oh, this one has a very interesting color scheme. They look like they're what do you call it? Mythical creatures. Yeah. Again with the Santa? Why does everyone want to be Santa? You had to eat like 5 million cookies in one night. I don't think it's that fun. It's almost like they have the war stories and then they have the characters living out their life stories. These had to be like downloads or something because there's so many different titles, you know. Honestly, I'm not even sure what the show is about anymore. I've been watching so many commercials. I'm like, I'm not quite sure. It keeps changing. That girl just now, she looked like she was going through like 20 different outfits, so maybe it was showing her across different times. Okay. Like a just that it has like different nations or whatever. I wonder I wonder how stereotyped everything is. Sometimes it's funny to watch that stuff on these Japanese cartoons. But why? I'm not sure why though. Who translated that? You could just write Excalibur. You didn't have to go Ekosu in the actual English translation. Maybe they didn't know Excalibur. Translated this. So much characters happening. It's hard to keep track. I am honestly Curious though, how much money do they spend on these? It looks like it costs a lot. I would agree with that sentiment. There's so much happening. My eyes don't know where to look. It looks like the quote-unquote cutscene art and the what looked like the character select art looks a little bit different. So I'm guessing these are the cutscenes. I honestly don't know where to look. There's so much happening. Sorry, I just try to pay attention. Everyone's talking. There's so much information. So much information. I can't keep track of it at all. My eyeballs are getting confused. So much to look at. Who translated this? You're putting too much of your personal opinions in this. That's not how translation works. Oh, is that the end? Okay, that was the Fate Grand Order, all the trailers, at least all the ones that are on the playlist. I think one of the videos was hidden for me, so I got like 99% of it, I guess. Yeah, I really enjoyed the visuals on that one. It had really good quality animation, and especially with the way they color and the lighting and the shading was, it was very, very good quality, you know? Like some cartoons, they have very kind of harsh shadows where it's like, you can kind of really see the outline, whereas this one had much more gradual, more realistic shading, you know? I think the one thing I didn't like as much was the translation sometimes was like really, it was like spazzing out. Like if you want to be a good translator, you shouldn't put too much of your personal opinions into the translation. Like you see that whenever, especially if a company does it, people complain a lot because it's like you're putting something in that's not supposed to be there, you know? So just in my experience, I feel like most people prefer it if you just see what they're saying and not like add anything or minus anything, at least as much as possible. Sometimes you lose stuff in translation, and so it's kind of inevitable, but when you're when you're putting your personal opinions in there like that, it's very, it kind of takes you out of the experience, you know? It's very distracting. So that would be my one complaint, which has nothing to do with the show itself or the game or whatever it is. It has more to do with the translations that were like freaking out. They're like, oh my god, this is like the best trailer ever, yeah. I mean, I can understand the excitement, but when you yeah, when you translate something, people are counting on you to give them a very accurate translation. But anyways, like, for the trailers themselves, the quality, like, I'm assuming these are like cutscenes or something for a game, but the quality of the animation, it never dropped down, it stayed consistently very good. So I was very impressed by that. And again, like I said, the shading and the colors were very well done. And the movement was very fluid. Like, you could tell they put a lot of care into trying to make a good scene, a good like action scene, or even just talking or walking or whatever. And the music was good too. I mean, it was mostly, I mean, because they were commercials, a lot of them were very short. Like, many Japanese commercials tend to be very short. So for the short ones, it was a little hard to pay attention and try to figure out anything important. But the trailers gave a little bit more. You kind of got a feel for what the game is going to be like, or the DLC or whatever it is. I'm assuming it's a game. I'm not sure. Because I think I already saw the theme songs for the show, so this must be the games, I guess. But anyways, yeah. I enjoyed that one, so thank you for the recommendation. So, I guess I'll end the video now. So, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, maybe like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!